An average woman can bat her eyes and gets jobs, flirt with police to get out of speeding tickets, and coerce friend-zoned simps to fix her car and help her move. When that ability starts to disappear, women are, understandably, alarmed. A look at statistics shows that single women, over age 50, have the highest poverty rates in the U.S.
Shannon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Shannon?
Yes?
Are you there? Are you there?
I just wanted to say that I don't understand why anyone would want to stop having fun. What sense does that make?
Because many women are geared to having fun for a certain number of years, whether it be the years they go into college or the years they have a job or whatever, and then ultimately, quote-unquote, settling down.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like, would you go to a concert and say, oh, I'm having such a great time, and then halfway through the concert say, well, I've had enough
Women
fun.
if you don't believe me, here's your homework assignment. I want you to go to Match.com when you get to a computer.
Uh-huh.
If you've ever looked at Match.com, don't look at the part you usually look at. Do not look at men seeking women. Look at women seeking men.
Uh-huh.
And see how often the phrase comes up that says, I've had my fun.
And that's probably such a line of crap, too, Tom, because, you know, all those women that say they're done having their fun, all they're going to do is latch on to some poor, unfortunate guy, and then when they're done not having their fun, they're going to divorce him and then go back to using his money to have their fun.
That's my point.
Isn't it ridiculous?
These are the women you see in the gym all furiously working out, trying to get back into shape.
They're either not married yet or just getting divorced.
That's exactly right.
You know, and then that's why you see all the women that are married, they're always fat, man.
Well, you're right about that.
All right, Tom, take me out with the bong rip.
Here it comes, Shannon.
Can we all just get a bong?
The following are statements that you hear from women who are freaking out about their dismal future of hoarding, cat ownership, and abject poverty. 1. Complaining. Where are all the good men? When women get old, around age 30, 35 depending, they realize they can no longer compete with the bright eyes, smooth skin, and shiny hair of younger women. In a panic, they start scratching around for a bailout, the mild-mannered good man that she never looked twice at when she was in her prime.
And then when they are spent, that's when they say, okay, the jig is up now. Now I want to settle down with you. And he wonders why any man would want to get that damaged goods, get the used merchandise like that. And I think it makes sense, don't you? I notice very few women have an opinion about this subject. It's all guys. You would think the usual chicks would call in and screech about this, but it's not happening. It's all guys. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's 1-800-5800-866. Chad on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's going on, Tom? How you doing?
I'm doing okay, Chad.
It's funny you were talking about this. My buddy and I were actually just having this exact conversation yesterday, and we were talking about how, I mean, there's some women that get it right. You know, they get married and they're not afraid to slut it up for their husbands, you know, now and then. But an overwhelming majority of women, you know, they indulge in a lot of the fun things that guys enjoy when they're younger. You know, I've had the opportunity of having a lot of female friends, and they tell me about, you know, I tried threesomes, you know, doing two guys at one time, time with another woman, and we were just saying, you know, we think that's why a lot of men also indulge in porn. I mean, in porn, you got a young, hot woman who's really into sex, and on the other hand, you have your wife who did all those things when she was younger, then reached a certain age where she was just like, you know what, that behavior just is not appropriate anymore. It's time for me to be a mom and a housekeeper.
Right.
And you have this whole generation of men now, too, that are just really apprehensive about marriage because they see other married couples, and marriage, it's not as much fun anymore. It's doing the laundry. It's taking the kids to dental appointments and to soccer games and paying bills and, you know, it's
constantly being told what you did wrong, what you didn't do enough of,
exactly.
Critiquing how you did things and how you should have done things. Who wants that?
I mean, well, you know, not knowing her past. I mean, if you're a friend of a female, you get to know all the dirty things she did. But if you're her future husband, she'll never tell you the things that she did in the past. And you know, it's just it's really sad. And you know, unfortunate, but I had the question I ended that conversation with was, why do people look at other people getting married with such admiration? It's like, hey, you're getting married? Good for you. And it's like, why? You know, I don't see really anybody happy, you know. A lot of people are getting a divorce. I see a lot of people just miserable. And, you know, what you end up with basically is a woman who's, you know, a little bit out of shape. She's, you know, after all that work during the day, is, you know, end of the day in sweats and a frumpy T-shirt and is just wanting to get to sleep, you know. But that was pretty much the conversation. And you take people out with a certain way. There's a guy who calls the cops and says, is basically confessing that he just killed his wife, and who is it?
That's, Freddie Wilhite.
That thing cracks me up, man.
You want to be taking out Freddie Wilhite style? Here you go.
I shot my wife in the stomach with 38.
Why did you do this?
She enticed me, and she ridiculed me throughout my lifetime.
At age 30, 35 plus, women can't rely on their beauty to keep a steady stream of sexy rich men around to take her on dates and trips. The nice guy is her eject button off of the cock carousel and into a comfortable life as a suburban housewife. She's had her fun. I can't understand why women think this is a selling point for men. Everyone knows what I've had my fun means. She spent the last 20 years being ridden around like the town bicycle.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Andrea on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello?
Is that a question or a statement?
No, I wasn't sure you said Andrea, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm already in my 40s, but I'm of the opinion that the girls need to educate themselves and be able to take care of their own selves. I don't see why they want to get hooked up with a dude and then
they do
chance divorcing and having to take care of the kids on their own. I just don't understand.
But because they all expect they're going to get child support, they all expect they're going to get alimony.
Yeah, but how many really rich dudes are out there being able to pay that? I mean, come on, they hook up with some Yahoo and then...
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm saying that's how it is.
Yeah, I know. I agree. And it's, you know, they need to have their own education. They need to be able to do their own thing.
Many of these women think that their vagina can attract a very wealthy individual who they can take to the cleaners if things don't work out.
Yeah, but don't they understand if you're going to use your vagina that way, you're going to have to, you know... do the things that the guy wants you to do sometimes?
Well, no, and by the way, they don't have to do it because once they get the guy to sign the contract, they can say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. Yeah. I married somebody one time who, after I married her, here's what she said to me. You know, I never did like sex in the morning.
Oh, I think I heard you talking about this one time.
And I said to her, well, why'd you marry me? She said, well, I didn't feel comfortable telling you before, but now that we're married, I feel comfortable talking to you about this.
Oh, my God. Well, a little wrong time, exactly. But, no, I think that the girls need to get educated. It's ridiculous, you know. I teach school, and I'm telling the girls that all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. They're crazy.
Yes, indeed.
I never got married. I mean, not that I didn't plan my life to be that way. I thought I was going to be married, but I sure wasn't going to just hook up with anybody.
No.
I just don't understand that.
Well, darling, again, that's by the time women get to your age and know that much stuff, they have passed their expiration dates. That's how it works.
I know. Well, I guess I'm past my expiration, but I never have any problems. So.
Well, I understand. Are you a cougar?
No.
A MILF?
Probably, but I'm not a mother. I never had kids. So,
really?
I'm still just, you know, I have my same body build I always had. I've always been tall and thin, so that helps.
Very nice.
So anyway.
All right, Andrea, thank you for that.
Try to calculate the miles of dick that has been run through a 38-year-old woman who's had her fun and is ready to settle down. Nothing about that is remotely attractive to men, yet women consistently post this on dating apps every day. At least that's what I hear when I use dating apps. My settings are for women age 23, 29.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Keontae on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Are you going to ask me hello how many times?
I'm going to ask you 5 times, Tom.
You're already well on your way.
Tom, I was calling in today to share my opinions with you. I've only listened to your show like a total of 5 times, and I kid you not, every single time I listen, which is only 5 times, you're always bashing on women.
How so?
You're always calling us used material.
No. Only the ones who are used material.
But I think that you would consider consider me used material, and I'll tell you why. Because I date. And I date because I do want to find a partner that I can eventually spend my life with. But unless I date and unless I find these opportunities, then I'll never be able to maybe have that perfect kind of marriage.
But why would any guy want to be the one you settle down with? Because that guy, you're going to say, well, I've had my fun, now it's time to get serious.
Well, no, that's not the thing. I take my relationship seriously with everyone I encounter. I take it very seriously. I don't want to be that used person that this man does not want to eventually settle down with. But my whole thing is, like, every time I call, we never have a positive opinion about marriage. I don't think that there's only negative.
There's nothing good in marriage for men. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
No.
You guys don't get joy out of having a family, out of raising kids.
Actually, we're happy to have you raise the kids. We'll send you a check if necessary. But that's about it. We don't want to live in the house with you. We don't want you telling us when to take the garbage out or when we're supposed to go to the Lamaze classes. We don't need a mother.
Well, I just feel that in order for me to find a perfect marriage, I need to date. Yeah, because I'm dating, I don't find myself being a used kind of person. Do you think that that's me? I'm being used dating?
Well, put it this way. You are certainly using up miles on your odometer as time goes on, and the odometer continues to click forward. Eventually, you are going to be a pre-owned vehicle. And
well,
when you
I guess I'm just going to keep using then, and then I'm going to go ahead and find that man, and I'm going to use him until he drives.
Sure you will.
Up. And I'm just going to be that stereotypical woman, I guess, that you're always...
I'm sure you are.
Because I feel like if men are not going to want to marry me by listening to your show, then I might as well be that woman that ruins their lives that you say that we all
But you see, then if the guys do what I say and boycott marriage, then you can't do that to us.
Tom, I give up. I don't even have anything else to say to you. I just wanted to call in because you did mention females never calling about their opinions. And my opinion is...
I did not say the females never call in about their opinions. I said for this topic, women are not calling in.
Exactly, but I called in because I think that you suck what you say about marriage, and it sucks that you're persuading all of these men all over the world who listen to your show to not want to get married.
Well, I'm glad you're aware of our range and our reach, and the fact that we're reaching now around the globe, and that we're having guys calling in from Colombia and Japan and all these other countries. I think it's fantastic. Hey, watch your mouth. We're on the air. We're on the air, sister.
Bye, Tom.
Jeez. Mouth like a sailor.
A teenage girl is used to receiving male attention everywhere she goes. The mailman, the guy at the pizza place, dudes at the mall, etc. It's a common part of her day, like checking her phone and hopping on Instagram. It's so normal she doesn't even think to mention it, unless the man is exceptionally creepy, which simply means unconfident and unattractive in her opinion.
1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Kim on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. What's up?
The ratings, last I looked.
I got turned on to this show from my boyfriend, actually.